This is my 14-day itinerary for New Zealand. This itinerary is most certainly concentrated in the South Island, which is where I spent most of my time, and for some people it might seem a little bit of a quick itinerary, but if you're like me and you enjoy kind of seeing as much as you can, these are some good recommendations for you. You're going to spend your first 2 days in Auckland, which is likely where you'll fly in and potentially out of. I really loved Auckland. It is a great city with lots of great restaurants, shops, and really cool neighborhoods. For days 3 and 4, you're going to fly down to Queenstown, which has amazing hikes and is a really good base for the South Island. I also thought it had a lot of good restaurants and shops, and of course, spending some time in or around the lake. Day 5 is a perfect day trip from Queenstown is to Glenorchy to see the famous Red Barn and do some really good hikes. But the drive from Queenstown to Glenorchy is also considered one of the most beautiful roads in the world. On day 6, you're going to make the 2-hour drive from Queenstown to Te Anau and base yourself there for the night. The town is really cool and it is a perfect starting point for Milford Sound and some other surrounding hikes that are very epic. Day 7, you're going to Milford Sound. This is easily one of the coolest things that I did on my trip and is a 2-hour drive from Te Anau, which is where you based yourself the night before. For days 8 and 9, you're going to make the 5-hour drive to Mount Cook National Park. You cannot come to New Zealand's South Island and not come to Mount Cook for at least a day, but it is an incredible place to base yourself for some good hiking. On day 10, you're heading to Lake Tekapo for some of the most incredible lake and mountain views in all of New Zealand. For days 11 and 12, you're going to head up to Kaikoura. Now, it is about a 5-hour drive from Lake Tekapo, but it's one of those places that is well worth going out of your way to go to. It has some of the best oceanfront walking tracks and has incredible views of the mountain and ocean all in the same view. For day 13, you're going to head down the coast to Christchurch for some city time before you catch a flight back to Auckland. And on day 14, your last day in New Zealand, you're going to head from Christchurch back to Auckland and spending your last few hours in Auckland.